Okay, so I've been reading The Midnight Library by Haig, and Haig is obviously an author, but Haig has suffered with depression and anxiety and knows a lot about mental illness. I've listened to a couple podcasts with him on them, and I just fell in love with him, so I finally picked up a book, and this is meant to be, the reviews are great, and this is meant to be one of like the really, it's meant to be heartwarming, but it did make me cry because it got a bit emotional about the main character, understanding how she feels, and I got a bit emotional because I read 60 pages in one sitting, and I haven't done that in a while with my depression. I found it very hard to enjoy my hobbies and things that I used to love, so sitting down and reading 60 pages in one go was massive for me. So, spoiler alert and a trigger warning. In this book, Nora is not happy with her life, and she thinks the world and everyone around would be better off without her, and she regrets a lot in her life. She's now in her 30s and she's not happy, so she actually decides to commit suicide. She decides to end her life. So she does, but she doesn't actually properly die yet. It's kind of like the idea of going to limbo, like you're not fully decided where you're meant to be going. It's like the Midnight Library. She goes there and she has the chance to go see the things she regretted and live them out and see if she would feel happy or would have been happier in her. So I'm gonna spoil a little bit, but the first regret is not marrying her ex-fiance and moving to a country pub with him to live out his dream of working in a country pub. And then she goes into that little dream, yes, it's like a dream, goes into that little scenario, and he's like, they're not doing very well with the pub. He cheated on her, he's drinking, she didn't want children, and apart in this scenario they're trying for a baby, but she's not happy. So she goes into the bathroom, and the only way she can go back to the Midnight Library is if she feels that overwhelming disappointment feeling, and she felt it and then she went back. So it just shows that that regret might have not been the best decision anyway, so she doesn't fully need to regret it. My like viewpoint on like regret, for me, like a lot of things I would regret would be like acting different in certain situations, like because I'm really happy with who I'm becoming at 21. I've grown so much, I've learned so much, and I'm becoming a better person. So I would never want to be teenage Hannah again or live out her life again. No way. No. But I do sometimes sit and think I wish I had been a better person or acted better in situations. But as I say, I think that comes with, you learn to do better and be better. Also, it's just maybe regretting not doing things quicker or sooner, but that's because I'm quite shy and I didn't have a lot of confidence, so I didn't put myself out there a lot. Yeah, so coming into 2021, I don't fully now really regret much. Yes, there's like, oh, I wish I had acted better in situations or maybe done more in my teenage years, but I went through a lot at the end of 2020 and it was really hard. So going into 2021 was, my little saying for 2021 is the year of taking leaps of faith. Just trying new things, doing new things, putting myself out there. This is massive. Empire. Like, I can't believe I'm doing it. I can't believe I'm like even talking to new people and like sharing things with new people, and it's really exciting and I really enjoy it, and it's given me some joy and some spark in my life that I haven't had for a while. So yeah, I'm taking leaps of faith this year and it's great. If you need a book to read, I highly recommend The Midnight Library. I've only read the first 60 pages, but I'm already in love with it. Matt Haig, honestly, like, I love it because he's not just some author writing about mental illness. He deals with it every day. He deals with depression and anxiety every single day. That he knows what he's talking about, and I can trust him when I read this book. And it's not going to be some cliche idea of mental illness. It's real, it's raw, it's lovely. It can make you cry, but it can make you smile and it can make you just feel seen, even though it is just a fiction book. But it is so good, and I highly recommend you pick this up or any other Matt Haig book. Yeah, The Midnight Library. There you go.